Hey, I want to introduce you to a personal friend of mine.
Is this gonna be a stand-up fight, sir, or another bug hunt?
That's right, it's been over a year since those pre-orders went live for the NERF Limited Aliens M41A Pulse Rifle Replica Blaster. But this beast retails for $100, and you pretty much already know what you're going to get. It's a rapid strike, or in this case a NERF Elite 2.0 turbine, with an undermounted Mega Big Shock, some sound effects, and an ammo counter on the side of it that is absolutely worthless to the person wielding the blaster, for $100. I mean, there's really no room to debate here. Did you want Thing? Well, you probably already bought Thing, and you're not watching this video to do anything but reaffirm yourself on the purchase. You already know everything it's gonna do. It's not a debate like which movie is better, Alien or Aliens, a horror movie versus a glorified action movie. That's a war you can have in the comments section. And hey, while you're going down there, maybe slap that like button and hit the subscribe button if it's still red for you, because that means you're not subscribed. And we're less than 4,000 subs away from hitting 200K on this channel, which is an absolutely awesome milestone. But we're gonna go through the motions anyway, and we'll talk about the box, because Hasbro makes a big deal about the box. And in this case, maybe they should have, because this box is pretty freaking cool. It's got these little holes in the box from like dripping blood acid from the Xenomorph, which is awesome, but it's this like industrial Weyland-Yutani core case, and it's kind of freaking cool. You take off the little sleeve right here, and you got this on the back, and it's nice and embossed. You can kind of see in the reflections of the light there. The front, it's pretty good. This is so much better than the Mandalorian, which it was gonna be better than the Mandalorian blaster in every single possible way. Actually, that's funny. It's cheaper than the Mandalorian blaster, and you get more out of it. And unlike the Mandalorian blaster, if you're disappointed by the performance, well, with this one, it doesn't matter, but more on that later. You open it up and you get this for a money shot. And man, this top, nice and embossed and looks great. And again, you can see these holes here where the alien has bled on our beautiful blaster box. And you can see the actual blaster itself. Remove this one piece of cardboard. Packaging on this one is on point. We can grab our blaster. It has the magazine already located inside of it. And this little compartment right here is what has your instructions and your ammo. This blaster comes with 10 of some of the most realistic Nerf darts I've ever seen. And they look pretty awesome, but only 10 to fill the included 10-round magazine. And 3 Nerf Mega AccuStrike darts. Look at that! Hasbro can pay attention! They're AccuStrike Mega darts, not the crappy normal Mega darts that shouldn't even be made anymore. I mean, the darts aren't AccuStrike darts because screw you, but at least they did something with the Mega. As you can painfully notice, this blaster already has batteries in it. It takes 4 C-cell batteries. And I'm reshooting this unboxing process because as a content creator, I'm never happy with anything. Also, it should be noted when I first got this out of the box, this happened. That doesn't seem to work at all. It was primed in the box. 4 C-cell batteries, because this thing is a flywheeler. Again, it's a NERF Elite 2.0 turbine in a much, much better shell. But you've got a rev trigger, a firing trigger. Up here, you've got the pump for the Springer undermounted option, the grenade launcher in this case. The trigger for that grenade launcher is right here. It's got a side-mounted open-up jam clearing door if you need it. A speaker hole right here, a stock that is non-adjustable, which is a shame because it's a lot too short and it should be adjustable. Your magazine release right here, pull that, take out your mag. You can notice that the ammo counter blanks out, and then when you insert a mag, it goes back up to 10, which is the default because it comes with a 10-round mag. However, these 2 buttons right here can increase or decrease the amount by either 1 or if you hold it by 5. So if I tap that, makes a little confirming sound, which is super cool. And we could increase that to 15, and then we can pull out the mag, it blanks out, put the mag back in, and it goes to 15. So if you're using 18-round mags or 30-round drums or whatever have you, you can play with that number and have a lot of fun. And this does auto shut off. If you leave it sitting there for long enough, the screen will completely blank out. It does take a couple of minutes though. And yeah, that little speaker right there is really kind of loud. It's much more noticeable than what we got with the freaking Mandalorian blaster. And the sound effects are a lot better too. The firing trigger is locked until the rev trigger is pressed. So you have to press the rev trigger first, then you can pull the firing trigger. You might have noticed something kind of cool there. It's something I wasn't expecting. You see, when that ammo counter hit 0, the blaster, even though it continued to fire, made a different sound effect. Let's try that one more time, shall we? It's only based off this ammo counter right here, which again, we've already established we can change the number to whatever we want, but it's just cool that it does it. Operating the underslung option is also incredibly easy. You just front load a mega dart in there, prime it back. It doesn't go forward automatically. You have to press it forward yourself, and then you pull the trigger down here. It's a bit difficult to get to, but you can do it. And if you were paying attention, it makes another really cool sound. And while we already pretty much know what the performance is gonna be like, let's show it anyway. All right, brand new darts that came with the NERF M41A. See what this little guy can do. 60.5, 60.5, 62.6, 66.4, 65.7, 61.5, 63.7, 62.7, 66.2, 65.4, and we are out. And that's about what you would expect from a stock Nerf flywheeler with such a long barrel. Testing the under-mounted option on the NERF M41A with the included mega darts. That was probably one. It's kind of hard to aim this thing. Let's try that again. Maybe not. I don't know. Third time's a charm. I'm gonna run that again. A little bit more careful this time, but keep in mind this thing was primed in the box for God knows how long. .8, 43.4, and 42.1. So there could be some discrepancy there, but that's what mine's hitting out of the box. All right, first shots with the included darts. Gonna do half of it flat and half of it angled, starting with flat. Now we're gonna do angled. And we're out. And now I'm gonna switch darts because let's face it, NERF Elite darts are awful. We're gonna use a magazine of Adventure Force waffles. And I'm gonna do a couple of solo shots and then I'm gonna show the full auto. It is amazing how much better those are. And we'll do angled full auto. Not quite as much range, but way more consistent. Now, the undermounted option. Oof. Kind of sucks that mine was primed in the box. Oh, that's a big-sized oof. Let's give it a pretty steep angle. Yeah, it's not great, but it sure is fun. The M41A does mimic the silhouette and, well, the overall construction of the weapon from the movie. But obviously the paint scheme is different because that one looks like a realistic firearm and that is not kosher with NERF, so the design for this one was more based off the power loader. And it's got plenty of cool detail around the blaster for that, which I am happy for. I do feel like an easy upgrade to make this thing much better would be to put a matte clear coat over it, but not everything is great. Let's start with probably the biggest problem out of the box for this thing, the magazine. And you'd be wondering, like, why is that an issue? Well, it looks like a standard NERF magazine, but it isn't a standard NERF magazine. That's right, this thing uses a proprietary mag, or so it wants to claim. Out of the box, this thing will not work with any NERF magazine, but with some very minor modifications, I just used the box cutter and some side snips, you are able to convert any magazine to work with the M41A. However, that is permanently altering your magazines, and also that sucks. Why is this a thing, Hasbro? Did nobody say during the development of this that, hey, it should just work with the mag? Like, I can't fathom why that wasn't a thing. It's like they came up with this and then went, all right, let's put a mag. Oh no, our mag doesn't fit. Well, we can't edit the design of the blaster, so we're gonna have to just make a special mag for it because we were off by a couple of millimeters. Sometimes the attention to detail of what Hasbro actually puts effort into and what they don't perplexes the heck out of me. They were adamant about having this magazine released right there at the detriment of the blaster working with standard NERF magazines. Again, a pretty simple fix, but it is inexcusable. And this stock not being adjustable is a joke. I mean, it really should be adjustable. Yeah, that's pretty dumb, but the blaster, even though the grip doesn't look like anything special, it grows on you, and the way if you're holding it like this, it feels pretty good. But what I can tell you is that even though I'm not a huge fan of the Alien franchise or anything like that, I bought this with my own money, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And the better part is if you're satisfied with the performance out of the box because you just don't care, but this is a flywheeler. Well, I don't know what flywheel cage geometry this thing has out of the box, but I'm certain that like Band Blasters will be making a cage for this thing in the very near future, unless one of their existing cages doesn't already work inside of it. Yes, that will require some work, but that means you not only can convert this thing to be a faster firing blaster, but could also easily make it hit anywhere from, I don't know, 180 to 220 FPS. You know, more than triple what it hits out of the box. Or less if you want this thing to kiss about 130 FPS for HVZ, because something like this is, well, already a pretty common build for HVZ, but now you've got this thing built into it, so if there's a special zombie that requires a Mega Dart, you have that built into your blast, and it's on a platform that's already really thin and pointy, and it's really, really nice. That means if you wanted this thing and you wanted it to hit hard, it has an upgrade path for that. Springers can't always be upgraded. The internals just may not allow it, and that would require you to put entirely new internals in it, which may not be possible. So I can't really judge this thing on the worth because it's got a premium price tag because it's a premium product for premium people. But if you had even a tepid interest in this thing, I can definitely recommend it because it does everything you'd want it to do out of the box. And while the ammo counter doesn't serve any purpose to the user, it is super flashy and cool looking and is a great way to give yourself a handicap on the field because now everybody knows what's in your magazine. But for everybody else, just get a rapid strike or something and duct tape a big shock to it and you'll get pretty much the same effect. Now, will there be a non-premium release of this blaster that you can find on store shelves? I don't know if that's still gonna be a thing because I heard somewhere that Hasbro has learned their lesson from that. But I'm assuming from the fact that I can still purchase the Mandalorian sniper rifle, the limited one, yeah, they probably have a ton of them and can't move them. Because nobody liked that blaster because it was awful. But this one, I don't know how many they made, but it might actually become a collector's piece in the future. So if you did purchase one of these, let me know down below what you think about this platform. And if you didn't purchase one of these, well, did this review tip you over the edge? Or were you never interested to begin with because you have absolutely no love for this weapon? But that's all I've got for you. I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching this video. Chances are if you got to the end, you like what I do here, so please hit like, hit subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, do all that algorithmic garbage to help this channel grow so you can help our hobby grow. And of course, I hope to see you in an entirely different video.
You gotta